Our Bible story this week is God creating the world. It's found at the very beginning of the Bible from Genesis chapter 1. I'm going to tell the story using some pictures that I've drawn. Please follow along, read in the Bible. If you're able to do that, grab that. We'll also get a chance to be able to review the story, so pay special attention. And if any of the pictures don't look that good, or make you smile, or make you giggle, or make you just wonder, that's okay. It helps to remember it, and maybe you can draw some pictures that are better. Let's get to our story. Creation from Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, before God made anything, what was there? Was there anything? There was God. There was the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We call him the Trinity. And he was there already, a community in himself, but he wanted family. He wanted to have a family. He didn't want to have a business or a bunch of robots or a bunch of things that he just wound up and controlled, but he wanted to have a true family. And so God, just because he's God, in ways that we can't understand, said, I'm going to do something. I'm going to create what we call the universe. And the Bible begins, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God is shown as a triangle because he's Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We can't understand it, but that is our God. He created the heavens and the earth. Everything that we see, everything that is in it, every last detail, he made because he loves us. God did this by just saying, let there be. He didn't have to pull out a hammer. He didn't have to pull out a screwdriver or get some stuff from somewhere else. There was no matter. He just needed to say it. And with everything he made, he simply said, let there be. That's the power of his word. In fact, it says the Father is the creator, but Jesus is the Word, and through him all things were made. The Holy Spirit was there hovering along the waters as things were being made. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit made everything in the beginning. And God tells us it was organized. God could have made the world in an instant, but he didn't. He also could have taken weeks and months and years or even thousands of years if he wanted to, but he didn't. Instead, he did it in an organized way in just 1 week. He made everything, and it was just kind of a big, garbled, unorganized mess. It was truly chaos. And then he said, let there be light. And suddenly there was light. And what a creation that is. Light, it's hard to understand. It's not a particle. It's not a piece of stuff. And it's not just energy. It's a special thing. It's a photon. And what life would be like without light is just hard to imagine. He made that. He said, let there be light, and there was light. Then there was day and night, and God called that the first day. These were normal days, normal sort of 24-hour days. And God said, I'm just going to make that on the first day to set things up. I'm going to make light out of darkness. Then he said, let there be a vault between waters. And he took the water and he separated it. And so now there was some water up high and some water down below. And on the second day, he created what we call the sky, the atmosphere. There's water in the oceans and lakes, waters that we can drink. And there's also waters in the clouds that come on down. What a beautiful second day. And it was another really good day. Then God said, let dry ground appear. And so now the water and the dirt separated. And now you had a space where land creatures and people in the future could sit on. And it was good. He made lands and seas that day. It was a good day. And then he said, let the land produce vegetation. And just plants grew all over the place, all kinds, the vast variety of plants, ones that have fruits, ones that are real little, ones that are so small we can't see, and big, huge, giant ones, ones that grow fast, just such a variety. And then it was the third day. Evening and morning, and it was good. God was building things in order, and he had a purpose behind it. It was what was coming at the end. It was because he wanted a family. He wanted to love and be loved. And then God said, let there be lights in the sky to mark times and dates. And in the sky, the sun, moon, and stars appeared. And maybe if you're like me, you can't always see them, but when it's truly dark, you can see just how amazing all those stars are, and people can navigate by it, and they can keep the calendar by it. So useful. That was the fourth day. What a good day. God said it was good, but he kept on going. He said, let there be life in the water and birds in the sky, and boom, by the power of his word, all kinds of fish and all kinds of birds appeared, just a vast variety of every sort, the little fishes, the big fishes, the birds that can fly fast, the birds that run on the ground, all those just filled up, beginning to give us a picture of where God was going with this creation. And it was the fifth day, and it was so good. Then he said, let the land produce living creatures. The land animals came, and all kinds of those little lizards and gorillas and dogs, and there's all kinds of things. Every animal you can think of. And even inside of every animal, like he made dogs, but they had such a variety. They could become wolves and little pet dogs and a variety of breeds. He put all that in there, just an amazing variety that they all fit together and interacted with the plants and with the birds and the fish. It was a perfect set. And why was he doing all of this? Well, it was good, but he had one more thing to do. He said, let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over all the creatures. The ultimate purpose of the creation was his human family. He wanted his human family to be in his image. In other words, they would represent him. Just as God oversees humans, God wanted people to oversee and manage and love and take care of all creation. They would be creative in his place. They were going to be in his image and represent him to the world. He made them male and female. He told them to have children, rule over the world, and he gave them all the plants to eat. And now, he said it was very good. It was perfect. And that was the sixth day. Almost a week, but God still had something to do on the seventh day. And we might wonder, again, God could have taken thousands of years or done this in an instant, but he set up this first week. So we had this season and this time and this pace of every week. And on the seventh day, it says God rested. He took what's called a Sabbath, reminding us to pace ourselves according to a week, and that rest is something good for us. He invented that for us as well. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. How the Bible starts and tells us that God made everything perfect for us. That's how God wanted it. And we're so thankful that even though we've broken it, and we see that in the rest of the Bible stories, this is the sort of creation, this perfect creation is what God will give us when he renews the earth in the future, because Jesus has died and rose for us. This is the story of the creation of the world in Genesis 1.